Next, he fought in one of the biggest tank battles in U.S. history. Now, from the blood and sand of Medina Ridge, a bold plan for business.
Welcome back to The Big Idea. Okay, we're always talking about the roadmap to the American dream on the show, but tonight's show is about the dangerous path to that dream, one that leads through the battlefield. Tonight, I have real heroes with me, veterans who served their country and now they're home and running multi-million-dollar businesses, and tonight they're teaching us the tools of success they learned in the line of fire. My next guest is a former tank commander.
Retired Captain Arne Pedersen, U.S. Army, served in the Gulf War in 1990 and 91. His job, tank commander. Arne saw action in 3 battles, including the historic tank battle on February 27, 1991, known as the Battle of Medina Ridge, in which more than 300 Iraqi tanks and armored vehicles were destroyed. Now, Arne Pedersen is a civilian running his own company, Human Capital Management, a consulting firm specializing in corporate leadership.
Captain Pedersen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And first of all, thank you. Every time I meet a serviceman, I say thank you because there's nothing else to say but thank you. And you guys are the heroes. And, I get to interview the masters of the universe on this show, but you guys are the masters. So we all pale and compare to you guys, and I salute you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And, what we're going to try and do tonight is, first of all, share your stories of heroism, because you're all heroes. Talk about what you did in the war. And then bring it back at the end for our audience in terms of some of the lessons you learned there and how you turned it into successful businesses. So first of all, you had 4 tanks under your command in the Persian War.
Yes.
And basically, your kind of most memorable moment battle was the Battle of Medina Ridge, which was a 40-minute battle. Take me there.
Sure. The battle for Medina Ridge was the 3rd battle that I was in, and it happens to be the 2nd largest armor battle in U.S. Army history. And the way that battle set up, my unit, my tank platoon, was part of this huge brigade, and we had 180 tanks online, and we were moving up, and we were going to be engaging the Republican Guard. And there were 2 divisions of Republican Guard and 1 tank division from the Iraqi Army. And as we moved up, we stopped, and this was probably the sweetest part of this battle. It started out with the A-10 Warhogs, which are the Air Force planes, about 5 minutes of them shooting off some rounds, stopping the Iraqi Army, getting it set for us. Then we had the Apache helicopters in line with us, shut off some Hellfire missiles for a couple of minutes, and then it was on us. And it was almost like a cavalry charge as you're moving up and shooting on the move. And one of the things that I recall specifically about that is as I'm moving up, one of my tanks happened to be my platoon sergeant, was a little bit slow, and I kept getting on the radio and yelling at him to move up, move up. He finally moved up. 5 seconds later, an artillery round landed right where his tank was at. And, that was a bit of a scary moment for me with some of my troops, because I wanted everybody to come back.
When you're 40 minutes, a battle that is literally, so you're talking about back and forth, just at obviously any moment you're going to be killed. You're killing, what, are you in that moment? What's going on in your head? Is there fear? Is it adrenaline? Is it surreal? I mean, we none of us who've been there, I don't think we can understand it.
It's a moment of hyper adrenaline. It's an adrenaline that I've never experienced in anything else other than war. And fear is there, but once that adrenaline takes over and all the training that you've been doing, and you're just leading men into battle, that all takes over because adrenaline's pumping. The fear's still in the back of your mind. You just don't know, but you fight the fear so that you could go fight and kill the enemy. You come home a hero, and now you got to start in business.
Yes. You end up in a tuxedo store.
Yes, I started, when I came off active duty, I started in retail and started in as a tuxedo rental shop, and I wanted to get my teeth cut, and I was doing very well. I grew the first store 30%, and then I was promoted to the largest store, and grew that one another 30%. At that point in time, I was talking to the owner of the business and said, you know what, I'd like to get a piece of the action here, because I see that this is a good thing, and I think we can grow it further. And a lot of the lessons that I learned.
And the dumb guy says no.
He says
you're not
no.
getting a piece of the action.
Yeah.
But you got a taste of it. You said, I want to own my own business.
You bet.
So how'd you end up starting your business?
I started my business actually while I was going through and getting my MBA. I put together my business plan and sent it through into the business plan competition just to make sure that, yeah, this thing was going to fly. And I finished 16th out of 250 plans, and it was the top service plan. So, okay, that's good. And then I started it part-time about a month after I graduated from my MBA course.
Now, tell me about the business.
We're a leadership consulting firm. We do strategy consulting and leadership development. And what we do is we put together investor-grade business plans. We put together strategic planning for companies so they can break through to the next level, or maybe they want to retire. So we do some exit strategy
business
work.
Planning, consulting.
Yes.
Tell me now the million-dollar question, or answers, frankly. Okay, what did you learn over there as far as skill set, as far as way of doing things, way of doing business, no pun intended, that has made you the successful entrepreneur you are and that you can kind of share with our audience?
I think it's several things. First thing is discipline and focus is sort of together. You can't really keep them exogenous. You have to be focused on the objectives of what you're going to do with your business, and you have to be disciplined about doing it every single day, day in and day out. We hear a lot of great speakers across the U.S. that talk about that, but you really do have to do it. I think that was the first thing. And then secondly is really the whole leadership training that I went through and that we do teach as well. And that's really about influencing others to do great things.
What does that, take me through that. When you say influencing others to do great things, what does that mean?
That means as a leader, your job is to influence others to accomplish objectives, goals, missions, whatever it may be. And you do that through a variety of means. You have different leadership styles. Maybe it's a directive style or participating or a delegatory type of style of leadership. And depending on the people that are following you, what you need to do to help them to achieve that.
Okay, retired Army Captain Arne Pedersen, who commanded tanks in the Battle of Medina Ridge. Thank you again, sir. Next, business lessons from a Green Beret.